an amazing episode because Susan Rattan boards the mothership. She plays Gladys on A Man on the Inside on Netflix. Now come aboard as we go traversing the stars. It's an amazing episode because Halflives lead singer Linda Battilani boards the mothership to discuss the new album and tour. Now come aboard as we go traversing the stars. Hi, Miss Battilani. Thank you so much for coming to First Stars podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Hello.
My pleasure. Was I close in the name?
Yeah, that was perfect. That was perfect.
All right, perfect. So I will start off with a question of inspiration. So inspire your love for music and who your earliest influences.
Ooh. Well, a few years ago, like few was like 10 years ago, I was not really allowed to say Paramore, but now I am. They're quite a legacy band now, so it's cool if I say, Paramore paved the way for all the female fronted bands nowadays are, playing around the world, and Hayley Williams has been one of my source of inspirations. I kind of consider her my teacher, even if she doesn't know it yet. When I was a teen, a 15 years old teen, I was watching all her live videos from my bedroom, and I was dreaming of doing that. And I kind of am doing it now. So, well, thanks, Paramore, for giving me the fuel, to do this. Also,
The-
Evanescence is another big inspiration of mine, but yeah, not as much as compared to Paramore.
so what I didn't realize until I was prepared for the interview is that you're Italian.
Yeah.
For some reason I just assumed you were American based on the songs I was hearing. Um, is
Thank you, but now you can hear my English is pretty fucked up. So,
no, it's a good accent, but is Italian alternative rock different than American alternative rock, or
let me stop you there. There is no rock in Italy at all. I mean, there is, but it's not really big. There's no scene in Italy for the kind of music I do, or for alternative rock in general. All artists that want to do this kind of music need to go abroad. In Italy, only Italian music works, mostly pop or rap, trap type of music, which is okay. But I would really love that in my country there was like a space for artists like me. I'm not playing shows in my country because it's not a thing.
yeah?
And also I was complaining just a few days ago, there's a big festival here in Italy for Italian music called Sanremo,
Yeah.
and only big Italian artists can go there. Like they're already signed to majors or stuff like that, and they already have record deals. It's not open to everybody, and only the winner of this festival can go to Eurovision. It's the only country in the world that does this useless thing. Like everywhere else, like in Germany, there's like contests and all artists can try to get to Eurovision. And in Italy, I'm not even, allowed to try to get to Eurovision because of this stupid thing. So no rock in the Italian
That's crazy
in the
that you're so much
Italian
more
scene.
famous outside your country than you are in your country.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Nobody knows me in my country, basically.
So it's so weird then. How did you discover alternative rock in a country that doesn't really have it?
Well, I was a very lonely kid. Yeah, I was the only one in my high school who was into that kind of music, into Paramore. I didn't have any friend who liked that type of music, and I really thought that having a band was impossible for me. It was like a far-fetched dream, but actually, no, well, I managed. So, yeah, if anybody's in that position, just carry on. You will find your people.
That's weird. So in Italy, you're quite the unicorn because not only are you into alternative rock, but being a lead singer, female lead singer in alternative rock also is very rare. I mean, it's probably less rare in the States than it is in Italy, but still, you're one of a smaller number.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what does that mean for you as a lead singer? How does that offer you, gives you a unique voice in the industry?
Like in Italy or
I would imagine now almost worldwide because, like I said, there's very few, I think, female vocalists in rock worldwide, even if in the United States as well.
well, all over the world. We're quite many now, and I am happy it's not such a rare thing as it is in Italy. I mean, there are female singers, but they all sing in Italian or they do something different here. But all over the world, no, I don't feel that. I mean, I am unique because everybody has their own, ideas and their own little things that bring to the table, and we're all trying to convey different messages, and I am happy I stand for what I stand for. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel so alone on a global scale, let's say,
Hmm.
and that's good. Otherwise it would be a bit depressing.
Well, I mean, I'll say, if for nothing else, your marketing campaign for your band is amazing. Like on Facebook, I I saw had sponsors for your band and your webpage well before I had checked out the music. And then I had found the music and obviously loved it. And you have that you're all over social media. You have that marketing came with a free CD, which is ingenious of you as
I
well.
have to thank
So
my managers for that. My manager Margot is behind that, and we worked on that a lot. And I have a lot of CDs in my basement. I am signing every day to give away for free. I'm really glad it's working, and I'm glad you found me through that campaign.
they're signed as well. I thought they were just the CD. You signed them?
No, no, they're signed.
Oh, now
Free signed
I gotta get my
CD.
free CD. I thought they were just the CD. I was like, oh, I'm buying the music on iTunes, so I
Go
was like,
get
this
it.
is
Go
free.
get it.
That is awesome. And the other interesting thing is your Half-Lives is the band. It's approaching its 10th year. So I think you're in the ninth year right now. Next year will be your 10th.
Yeah.
So how has your music evolved over 9 years? How have you lasted so long when most bands, I imagine, have a very short half-life, as it were. So what was the key to your success, and how have your band evolved over the years?
Well, I was much more naive when I started all of this. I've always had the dream, I've always thought this was the only thing I would do in life. This is my path since high school. Like we were saying before, this is my path, and there's no plan B. That has always been a thing, and this has not changed throughout the years. But throughout the years, I've met all of the difficulties, of becoming a musician, and all the parts that are less fancy. I mean, it's not just playing on a stage or writing music. There's a lot of other boring or more annoying things, like, you have to be a sort of influencer. You have to be all over social media all the time, and that was not really my thing. But I'm doing that too, because you have to be a 360 person when you want to be an artist. So uh, I've learned all of these things throughout the years, which I was not considering or thinking about 10 years ago. It was just about music and playing shows. I'm glad that music and playing shows is still a big part of who Half Lives is. But also, like, as an artist and music wise, I've experimented a lot throughout the years. I've had like a more popish phase. And then with that, I've experimented new sounds. And with the latest record, the latest EP that is not announced yet, but it will be announced soon, I kind of went back to my roots. And it's funny you're asking me this, because I'm saying this a lot these days. It's like I've finally met my teenage self again, with the new record, the new music, and the more mature Linda and the teenager Linda finally made music together. There's more spontaneous things in the new music, and they're matched and they're merged with the experience of these 10 years. Yeah, both as an artist and as a songwriter, I've had to, learn to do a lot of things by myself, like production, for example. I was not producing my own music 10 years ago, and now I am. I mean, I'm co-producing the records. I am writing music, lyrics, top lines, everything by myself. And then I get it mixed elsewhere. I still have to learn how to mix, but probably in 10 years, who knows? Maybe I'll be a mixing engineer as well.
That's awesome. But how much of this evolution of yours has been intentionally planned? How much of it are you just going with what feels right?
Yeah, it's just, I mostly go with the flow. It's not I planned to become my own producer. I always thought, yeah, there is a producer. I go to producer and he will produce. But no, you find yourself doing all of these things. Especially me, I kind of started to accept I'm a bit of a control freak. So, especially when it comes to my art and music. So, to keep control on these things, to make them sound how I want, or to say what I really want to say, I have to do it if I want it to be that way. So I put hands all over everything, graphic designs, ideas of everything. All the music videos are co-directed. So yeah, control freak.
Oh, one thing that you said that I think a lot of the fans, including myself, are now going to be dying to know because you dropped it in there. You said the new album has not been announced yet. When can we expect the announcement?
Very soon. Okay. Today I'm super tired because yesterday I shot a music video that is dropping very, very soon. Not gonna say when, but like next month
Oh, wow,
approximately.
okay.
Yeah. And around that there will be the EP announcement as well. I'm very proud of this one. It's really hands down my favorite work I've done for Half-Lives so far. Not overselling it. I'm really, really proud of that.
Well, like I said, I was listening to your music. We'll get into some particular Pacific songs a little later in the show. Which I must say, I mean, I really do love the music that I'm hearing from you. My wife is really, enjoying the music well because I was kind of fun. I was playing
Thanks.
the music on the computer because I was once I thought about interviewing your Half-Lives, your show, your band. I was like, I'm gonna listen to some of the music and get a sense of it all. And I was like, oh my God, this is really good. I was playing the music. My wife is yelling from the other room. What is that? Who are you listening to? I was like, that's really.
Amazing.
And then she got into it. She's like, such a great voice. And so we were both listening to your music from two different rooms, apparently.
Nice, nice.
So,
Good to
like I said,
know.
it's really good. The other thing that's kind of interesting, you said it's sort of the first time that your current self met your teenage self.
Mhm.
So, what? I'm trying to think the best way to phrase it. What did you learn about your teenage self now as an adult looking back that maybe you weren't aware of at the time?
Don't overthink it and go with the flow. And if you want to make this song sound more, I don't know, let's say, mm, you don't have to force a song to sound a certain way. This is the thing, I've always tried to impose things to myself, like I want to go for that sound, it has to sound that way. No, if I add too many guitars it will sound too old school. This is what I've been telling myself all over the years, depending on what I was after. But now I've just let go of all of that. And if I want to add seven guitars in, in the fucking chorus, I do.
That's awesome.
So,
Now, one of your better songs, one of my favorite, I think you also refer to it as your anthem. It's called "Immortals," which is such a good song. So how does the new song exist, sort of as the anthem for your band and also your followers?
it is. I think it's the most accomplished song I put out there. It will be in the new record, of course. And yeah, it embodies Half-Lives everywhere, both the lyrics, the music, and it's the perfect union of teenage self and present self, because there's both that electronic sound and that heaviness that's brought by the guitars with the catchy vocals. And the meaning of the song, it's something that's very, very dear to me. Especially nowadays, I think it's a message that needs to be heard for the minorities, and
Mm,
what's happening in the States right now. It's a bit
yeah.
dull, a
Well,
bit scary.
well, yeah. As someone who lives in the States, yes.
Oh well,
We are quite
I
scared on our
think
end.
there's so much power coming from the States that the whole world is going to be impacted if something bad really happens.
Yeah, I will say from the American perspective, I don't know if this is reassuring or not reassuring, but you can bet that at least over half of us are as worried as you guys are about how things are going in our country.
Yeah.
That's something.
I don't know if it's reassuring, but well, As before, I don't feel alone.
Well, one of the best lines in your song Immortals, and I think it kind of covers the concern that we have, and also a very interesting look at a certain viewpoint of those who are considered the other, right? I
Hmm.
want to read the lines if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
The line goes, give me 1 second. Make me your villain, but I never was your enemy. I
Yeah.
think it's such an interesting idea that, you know, for the people who are um that hating the ignorant, the prejudice, either
Mm.
versus minorities or homosexuals or anything along those lines. The idea that they are being viewed as a villain, but
But
like
they
you
never did
said,
anything in the first
right?
place. Like
They never
it's
did
like
anything wrong.
it's like waging war to innocence, literally, because there's nothing bad with loving another person, whoever that person is. And why should it be a concern of anybody else? Like, literally, you're wasting time and go do something useful instead of judging people doing good, you know? So it's crazy. It's crazy. I just don't understand it.
So I think it's interesting that you have that line because it's an interesting insight into people. Why do you think that exists where people are making enemies of those who never tried to be anyone's enemy?
Why? I don't know, because the world, yeah, it's a bad place sometimes, and people are different. There's not only loving and caring people, but there's also ignorant people, like you said, and there's, I don't know, people with views that are too far from mine, which kind of don't understand why, because it's not that they're bothering them daily. It's not that they have, I don't know, gays on their couch making out and they're forced to watch what they're doing. I mean, literally not none of that is happening. So why would it be their concern? I really don't understand. I can't tell you why. I wish there was a why and also a solution to that, like an immediate one, but um there is not. There's only propaganda, positive propaganda that one can do. There's only proving that love is good. There's only proving that we're good. You know, that nothing bad is happening if minorities exist. We only can stand up, rise up, like I say in the song, and fight for it.
Now, for your song Immortals, is the song more for as a response to or to the hateful individuals, or is the song more for those being hated?
Both,
Both.
both, because the hateful individuals are going to listen to it, and it's like I'm bringing the fight to them, kinda, and the individuals, the minorities, and the misfits, and all of them, all of us, because I identify as one of them. No, they're not alone. They want, if they want to join the fight, they can.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's for the both of them.
I think the song is so important, especially right now, because on some level, because at least in the States, and it's hard to, I don't think I want to, it's hard to phrase it this way, but I guess it's kind of true. It must feel like you're losing because of how the direction things went in the States. How important is it for this song to be heard and make sure that fight is being made now?
Lost. I was not planning to release it on such a pivotal moment. It's just happening, but I want to use it as much as I can to push the message, because it is important both for both individuals, like you said before, the hateful people and the misfits. Let's call ourselves misfits to make it quick, but it's really important. I was planning to do more videos, more reels, even for socials, because nowadays, socials are
Yeah.
everything. Even just to explain my point of view on the song, for it to be, spread as much as possible, and to bring, a bit of light and
Hmm.
hope.
Well, another one of your songs that this may be my favorite song. Well, I like Immortals. This is probably my favorite song of yours. It's Perfectly
Thanks.
Broken,
Oh,
which is such an amazingly well written song, and it's so
thank you.
insanely catchy too at the same time. And I really like it. Um, so and once again, I'm going to read a line from it. If you don't mind, so I'm going to be looking down. I'm going to read the line.
Yeah.
The line says, "I don't need you to save me from myself at all, and I'm broken so perfectly." So it can kind of break down the idea of that you don't need to be saved from yourself, and the idea of being perfectly broken.
Yeah. For a long time, probably when one is like feeling low, feeling like he's not enough. You look for someone to save you. You look for ways to be someone else or be better or something. But yeah, just make peace with it. You are just great the way you are. Accept yourself with all your flaws, your imperfections. Make friends with the demons in your head. It's what I say as well. And yeah, just accept it. It's about it. It's not easy. It's not easy to get to that point, but
Hmm.
we're all beautifully broken. Everybody has their own flaws. Everybody has imperfections. We're human. But yeah, make friend with your demons. They're nice in the end.
Well,
I
another line that
swear.
I think on some level, I think it's the most important line in the song, and I think it's a line that you don't hear too much of in this way, but I think I really appreciate it. I'm gonna read the line as well.
Yeah.
Some days I can't get out of my bed. Maybe that's okay. I kind of feel
Mhm.
like we have this sense that it's never okay to just be sad, to be depressed, and you kind of have to be constantly, well, again, get up, get moving.
Gloomy.
It's like, well, sometimes it's okay to
Exactly.
just be in that moment for a second. So, can you kind of go into why it's okay to acknowledge maybe the bad days that people have who are feeling
Yeah.
sad, depressed, and
Like
things too?
the bad days are even worse when you're like in that kind of state of feeling in mind, because you can't actually do anything, you can't be productive, and you blame yourself even more when it's like that, and you can do nothing but staying in bed, and in your head you're like, I'm a loser, I'm not doing, I'm not producing, I'm not,
Hmm.
you know, what do I have? I can even try to get to the desk and do something productive, and you can't do it because you're feeling like shit, and it gets worse. So just accept that there are days like that. Do something else. Go take a walk. Be with your dog. I don't know, anything else. Just accept it, because you will not be able to do anything else, and trying to do something will only make you feel worse because you fail, because it's not the right day to do that, especially when it comes to something that is creative and artistic. Speaking from my perspective, when I have to write a song on those days, it's
Hmm.
practically impossible, because you just can't. So let it go, let it be. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow you will feel better, maybe not. If you don't feel better, just repeat what you did the day before and take a walk.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel like this, like I said, I feel like that is such an empowering idea of, like I said, just it's okay just to be like, not today. You know,
Yeah,
because like I said,
absolutely.
I teach special ed, everything else, and I know the students that we have, especially when the ones who are side depressed, they kind of have the same idea of just like, well, just get up, just feel better, just go. You know, it's like, well, sometimes no. How about sometimes it's just,
Yeah. If you
you know,
want to
just be
stay
in the
in bed,
moment.
watch a comfort show. Watch something that you know it comforts you if you
Right.
can't get up, but find those things that bring you comfort, because trying to be productive will bring you more discomfort if you're feeling bad for that reason. So
Hmm.
find the comfort things, whether it be a hot bath if you have a bath, or yeah, listening to the music that empowers you, or depressed music, because if you want to like hit rock bottom, just hit it so you're done with it. Or yeah, be with your animals. If you have animals, take a walk. There's many things that one can do, but don't stay in that place that is pushing you to do things, and you can't,
Hmm.
and all of that. So yeah.
I think that's fantastic. Like I said, that's my favorite song of yours. I mean, there's another song I really like called "Everything Sucks," which like coming home from work. Sometimes I'll play the song
Yeah, exactly.
Everything Sucks." It's such a
It
good
is
song.
about work. It is about work. So
Yeah, like that. It's so many good songs. On these are singles though. Are these singles that are on that are going to be on a new EP or
perfectly broken and immortals. Yes,
okay,
everything sucks is on Inferno.
Inferno, which is already out on for those who are listening on I assume iTunes and Spotify and every
Yeah,
other
it
place
is
that
already out.
you can get music. So the other thing that's really exciting for you, you're about to embark on the Golden Era tour. So,
Hell yeah.
how exciting is this?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I'm like, I can't wait to be on the road because I'm preparing so many cool things for this tour. Both like on the show level, I've been working a lot on that during the past weeks. Prepared the whole shows, all the interludes, all the special moments, the encore. I'm very proud of myself for this whole new show. I've planned moments where I'm playing the guitar, where I'm not playing. It's going to be, very various, a lot of new songs, all of them, old songs for the nostalgic ones. We bought some lights to, bring a mood to the stage. So yeah, I'm overall very excited, and the cool things are going to happen on this tour for
Well,
sure.
well, the really important question, at least for me, in my own selfish way, are you coming to the States?
Not yet.
Oh
Not
no,
yet.
you gotta come
But
to
we
the
will.
States.
I mean, it's not like out of my world, obviously. I would really love to tour the States soon. But it's a new market for us. So it
Hmm.
takes a while to build it because we're from overseas. So it's a bit harder. We will be coming when, the times are right. Not speaking about political times, not here. When the times will be right, meaning that we are sure that there's a market and shows can sell out or
Hmm.
either be, very, very cool, because there's a lot of touring costs, of course, coming
Yeah.
from overseas. So we need to be kind of certain that those will be balanced.
Well,
It's a
just let me.
challenge. It's a challenge that will be for the coming years for sure.
Well, I'm just gonna say the States are waiting for you. So just keep that part in mind.
No,
States are
yay.
waiting for you. So make some plans at some point
Yay.
um, for us. So another interesting thing, for those of us who obviously don't live in Europe, and so where is the best place to find your music right now? When can, is there a best place for you to have purchases made? Is it through your website? Is it through some other source?
Yeah, well, if you want to get merch or CDs, our online store is definitely the best place you can get it, because yeah, all benefits go to the band and etc. And Spotify, if you want to stream it, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, all of that, just go for it. That's it.
So as fans, especially fans of the States, how can we help you get your name out there for us?
Tricky. Well, through socials for sure. If you post stories or posts in general, like photos and stuff, you can put like a song, Immortals, or whatever other song you want to put on there with a key line that maybe can resonate with other people as well. Otherwise, you can annoy all of your friends when they come to your house and blast Half-Lives on your PA. Um, I don't know. Otherwise, just I think it's a matter of connections. And yeah, have you heard of this artist? What do you think about it? Check it out.
Well, like I said, I can't wait for your new album. I love the music I've heard so far. Miss Battilani, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been an absolute honor.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for having me.
Have a very good night.
You too. You too. Thank you.